is a Christian, but she has people who want her to go to Interview magazine and put her ass out while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to, how they want to present her.
Yo, Ye. Listen, Ye. You my man. Yo, Ye. I fucks with your first couple of albums, maybe 3 or 4 in. That album that had no cover and all that other shit, Black Skinheads, was dope. But I honestly, it's a few songs on each album that I fuck with, but you are a cultural icon. But you are 1,000% fucking contradictory right here, bro. That's Kanye talking about how when he was going through his divorce with Kim, how Kim was on the cover of magazines naked, and they got 4 children, and he's right when he was saying it then. Fast forward to last week, couple of days ago at the Grammys, he has his new wife, Bianca, all down into the nudes, all in front of the whole world to see. It was on some, what's his name? Slim Thug actually mentioned it. He said it was on some like Ice-T pimp, had his girl, you know what I mean? And listen, I'm laughing because you sometimes gotta laugh to keep from crying, but and perfectly honest, man, I don't like this level of contradiction coming from Ye. Ye has been ahead of the curve on so many things, in fashion and music, politics. I wouldn't have approached the way that he dealt with politics the same way, but I don't have to. His way is his way. Why am I saying all of this? My job on the Maj Toure show is to tell y'all my perspective and tie it into some solutions. As solutionaries, we expose the contradiction to the maximum degree. It ain't no picks with us. Even the people that we have a adoration and respect and admiration for, if they start moving a little contradictory, we got to say it. So in this case scenario right here, Ye is 1,000% contradictory. You had a Christian album. Your whole thing was Christian. What the fuck happened? You went to Tokyo, Japan, came back. Now it's what? It's up? Now you on social media right now calling you call me Adolf Hitler, right? Now, I think there's a deeper level, but that could be just me applying my mind to it. Maybe he's saying, I'm going to talk about Hitler because y'all talk about killing black people like it's normal. So why can't I talk about this? And that's a in-depth, in alignment with how Kanye kind of packages things. But my point here is it's not Christ-like. Exposing your woman like that. Jesus was hanging with the hoes and the thugs and criminals because he was persecuted by the state. But what he wasn't doing, he ain't have Mary Magdalene out there busting it open at the red carpet when they was pouring the wine. That just didn't happen, bro. It just didn't happen. So it's looking like that's another contradiction. You pretended to be Christian for a while, and now you go on the other side again. I used to say the same thing about Dave Chappelle. I love and respect Dave Chappelle. But he stepped away because of his moral thing, right? And he was right. Then when he came back and did the Oscars, I was like, oh, he went back in on Hollywood. On one hand, when you say that these places are so horrible and they're fucked up and they're this, and maybe you're right. Do that and don't come back to it. Do that and go independent, meaning not just physically in location, but also in actions, deeds, and like what you're actually doing. You can't say Hollywood is evil, they want to exploit her, this, that, and the third to your ex-wife. Now your new wife, oh, why? Because she doesn't have children with you? I don't know what the reason is, but it's not Christ-like. It's a contradiction. Kanye had the red hat on. Conservative. Because that whole like, hey, I'm Christian, a part of conservatism on the moral tip is Christian conservatism where the women are a lot more covered, right? Political conservatism means limited government. But as far as moral and Christian conservative, this is not a solid representation. So not only are you morally not in alignment with Christian values and the Christian faith with this move, you also not in alignment with it on the conservative moral perspective. Those people don't really rock with that. You got me out here, Ye. I fuck with you, Ye. Listen, I fuck with you. Your music got me through a whole lot of hard times. You know what I'm saying? How could you be so hard? Like, I'm not tripping on you. But as your brother, I'm going to tell you, these are contradictory moves. Now, some people are going to say he gets to express himself whatever way he chooses to. And I feel that and I understand it. But I actually have a different thought that might be a little contradictory to my own argument. What if Bianca just wants to dress like this? What if Bianca is like, this what I'm wearing? What if she is? What if she like, I'm going to do this, baby, and we going to jump back out there? Because it could be things that she might be doing on the fashion end and those decisions. We don't want to take away a woman's autonomy because she might just genuinely might be the person that's like, this is what I'm wearing now, right? And there's nothing wrong with her to have that autonomy. So I want to give slight pushback there. But more than likely, that's not the case, guys. It just looks like Kanye shows up every so often, does something, makes a splash, got the Super Bowl coming, Yeezys is back up, the Yeezy shop is popping, and all of those different reasons may be. But it does not change the fact that it's 1,000% contradictory. It does not change the fact that you're now exploiting, if it's you, because it could be Bianca, you're now exploiting your wife the same way that you said the fashion folks was exploiting your wife. It's a contradiction. These things exist on the internet and in the digital space forever. It's not hard to pull the contradictions and say, here you are here, last album cycle or news cycle that you wanted to be a part of, and here it is now. You can't say, I want to be Christ-like, but then I'm praising Adolf Hitler. You can't do it. I don't know. Maybe y'all think I'm wrong. Maybe I don't see the vision. It's justified to some of y'all because it's in the name of the brand. Let me know what you think. If you get something right and you stump me, I'll agree with you in the comment section. If you get something wrong, I'm going to give you some pushback. These are the type of philosophical conversations that we chop it up about, not just to talk about pop culture and gossip. That's one thing. That's not enough, though. We have to then lead into a solution. The solution here is you should respect people's autonomy. If Bianca is saying, I want to wear a nude suit to this situation, you 1,000% have to respect her rights. But as the leader of the household, as men, we have to go, you have your autonomy to do that. And if you do decide to do that, you ain't doing that shit with me. You men need to lead the situation, lead the household, move with some sort of covering for your woman. And don't get me wrong, this does not mean that women don't have their own individual thing. Doesn't mean that. But those people that have more in alignment on some of those core principles, those people should be together. There's wild people that fit, Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee back in the day, wild and crazy. And there's other people that fit, but they have more of a conservative spin to them. Your job as the man, I'm speaking to the men here, your job as the man is to make sure that your woman is a reflection of those values privately and publicly. My name is Maj Toure, the founder of Solutionary University. Hope to see you in the group, chopping it up soon. Go over to solutionaryuniversity.org, get a membership to the Solutionary 9 so we can sharpen and talk about these things here and there, and we can leave with solutions. Be safe, be solutionary.